Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is a phenomenal side-scrolling beat-em-up by Konami based on the original cartoon series, and it just dominated arcades.
Like so many kind of games at the time, it's a beat-em-up.
Awesome.
Amazing. Especially if you're a Turtle fan.
The Ninja Turtles arcade game is about the closest you can get to playing the cartoon. The music's right, the enemies are right, the characters are all there. It's pretty much everything you'd ever want in a Turtles game, just wrapped up into a neat little package and then put into an arcade.
Beautiful 4-player cabinet.
You had the choice to pick between all 4 turtles. You battle your way through to save April and Splinter.
Excellent graphics, excellent sounds from the TV show, excellent voice samples.
You had characters like Bebop and Rocksteady, Baxter Stockman, Krang, Shredder, they're all there, all your favorites.
The animation's great, the sprites are so colorful, it's so much fun just using the turtles and their weapons to kind of battle your way through the foot.
They worked with the perspective of the levels too, so that almost like Michael Jackson's Moonwalker, where you start moving down in the lower part of the level in a diagonal, and you had to deal with perspective differently with giant balls coming down staircases.
Fluid controls, destructible environments in some levels.
The attract mode for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was unmistakable. It had the same theme song from the cartoon and the beginning of the opening sequence.
The sight of people just milling and crowding about a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles machine is probably very familiar to you.
In my local arcade, they had to put it in a special spot because they knew it was high traffic and there were going to be people standing around it.
This is a beautiful cabinet. It's classic late 80s schmaltz, and I love it to death.
Whoever designed the artwork decided to get someone to dress up as April and stand in the most awkward position possible. She's just standing like this, on the side of the cabinet and perpetually smiling at you, and it's really unsettling.
When the game was ported later to the NES, they actually added content. It was not a bad port from an arcade game.
It had extra levels. A lot of times you see less levels. This one had all them and more.
Yeah, the graphics were toned down a bit, and of course voice samples taken out.
It didn't have the feel of the arcade. 2 enemies on the screen at one time, that's it. It just, I was a spoiled little brat when it came to this game, and my friends were like, this game's awesome. I'm like, no, this game stinks. I want the arcade version.
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade game has lasting appeal to this day. I see it in arcades, and I always see people playing it.
This is one of those games that you could just play forever. Like, you just pump quarters into this thing and keep playing through.
Just a brilliant, brilliant game.